I think you want to get a little soothe or something on that vocal. I'm hearing some like digital artifacts. Like maybe if you could I don't know if you can find like actual like wave of the raw vocal for it, but I'm hearing like some digital artifacts, like it sounds almost like a sample rate reduction or something, and you can see it on the meters. There's like this kind of ringing happening up in the very, very highs. You may be able to like low pass that out and then rebuild the highs with like a guitar amp or some other kind of saturation process, but really lovely so far though, and the richness of those chords is great. But here I'm gonna back it up, and then I want you to listen to the air, and you'll kind of hear what I'm talking about. It's like this kind of weird digital ringing texture that sounds like it was like maybe the vocal was from an MP3 or something, but I don't know. Yeah, see there? Oh, yeah. Amazing.
I'm like flashback. I'm like I'm like flashback. Before you got mad, then he didn't crack that. In and out of dolo with a new mask. To the boys were on him when he crashed that. Till he came back, man, I don't back like. Heads off, yeah, all of that one pack. I could be anywhere, feeling alright. Till the game on the head is so mad at. I'm like I'm like I'm like
Damn! What a gem of a tune. Fucking nailed it. Really good. Really good. Okay, so other than the vocal having that weird texture issue, the only other thing that I can think of that's like obvious to me is that that there is a lot of sides that are getting on top of your drums. And I want to introduce you to a little technique that I call the mid side chain. So let's get a cuck drum. Oh, use Mr. Bill's cucks. He's quite the cuck. Actually, got a fucking remix on the go with him that we're gonna do tomorrow and Friday. So that's exciting and fun. And then yeah, Shambhala. I booked him for Shambhala because nobody there. I've been asking them to book him for years, and I finally got some authority. So I was like, book Mr. Bill right now. All right, so let's get a bass line. Bass line. Try to find a really stereo-y one. Yeah, it's got some real stereo to it. Think Twice is so fucking sick. I'm such a fan. Okay, so we've got this really stereo bass line, and we've got our cuck. What BPM is this? 140. Okay, so let's go DigiClip. Actually, you know what? I'll make the DigiClip for you so that those of you who are asking about the DigiClip can know how to do it. So I learned from Ableton Support, and I didn't believe it. And then I learned it from Mr. Bill, and I did the null test for myself, and it is correct that the exact same clipping as the Ableton Master Bus clipping is the saturator not on high quality mode and soft clip off. Everything else default except digital clip mode. That's it. That's it. That's the whole preset. It's amazing. And it's the exact same clipping. It nulls with the Ableton Master Bus clipping. So I'm now going to turn this up until I clip it. But you can see how even though this is pretty loud, it's like getting just eaten, right? So one thing we could do is we could put a sidechain type thing on here. So I'm going to just use LFO tool because lots of people have LFO tool and they know what that's like. You want to put that, oops, not on that. I want to put it on the bass line. And I'm going to put these on quarters and put a little dippity doodah. So it's like this. If this is a quarter note, then that is a 16th note. And you're probably going to want that to be like pretty, you know, pretty off for that 16th note. Right? So a lot of the time people are like, oh, that's too much. I need something on the kick. Or I need, like, it can't be totally missing there. You know, like you want the sub missing for the sub to hit, but, right? So what a lot of people will do is they will activate this split, which makes it split at 632. And the sidechain only happens to the lower half of the split when it's on low pass mode, or the upper half above the split if it's on high pass mode. Right, so that's pretty good, but there's still this wide high shit happening that is a bit of a problem. So if you actually know, I'll make a mid-side split from scratch for those of you who don't know how to do this. So I'm going to put a utility, and I'm going to right click on the width and go to mid-side mode. And then I'm going to put them all in a group. And then I'm going to put two, and one of them is going to be the mid, and the other one is going to be the side. And because they're on mid-side mode, you can just crank them. And this is going to be, here, this mid-side split. This will be exactly the fucking same as if you didn't do it. See? So I'm going to group it and I'm going to null it with it. So I'm going to take this mid-side split version and then I'm just going to flip the phase of left and right. And then these should sum to nothing. See? No more bass. Even though both of those meters are up, because they're the exact opposite waves, because I flipped the phase, we know for the fucking fact, a non-alternative fact, that those are exactly the same, because they sum exactly. There's nothing, right? So now that we know we have an exactly clean mid-side split, what I want to do is, that's what we're going to do. We are going to sidechain just the sides with another sidechain. And I'm going to not put the split. And I'm going to go like that and make a slightly longer sidechain on the sides. And now, watch. So the kick is it's collapsing the width for the kicks too. It's not just ducking the sub, it's also collapsing the width. So like here, I'll put the smooth on a little bit on these two so that they're a little less clicky. And then here, when you watch on the meters, you'll see that going mono, wide, mono, wide, mono, wide. See? And when you do that on things that are wide, it will stop them from dominating your mono drums in those mono moments. Because remember, 5 dimensions other than volume. There's the 3 extremes: extreme highs, extreme lows, extreme sides. Those are very noticeable. They are the frame of your picture. And then, because of the neurological phenomenon of habituation, anything constant seems less loud than it is. And anything that is a sudden change seems more noticeable than it is. The most noticeable of all being transients. And then the other sensitivity is at the bottom of the Fletcher-Munson curve. Your ear is the most sensitive between the frequencies of 2 to 5K. You're also extra sensitive at the top from the Fletcher-Munson curve. But when you have width in that pain zone, that is really dominating. You can have a super fucking mono sound that's like really loud, really distorted, etc. But if there's another sound that has sides and the mono sound does not have sides, even if the sound that has sides is quieter, it's still going to be more noticeable because it has sides, and it has especially wide highs. Wide highs are like the fucking devil when you're mixing. Wide highs are the devil. You do not want wide highs on anything that is not trying to be the focus. So now let's turn this mid-side side chain off, and then we will turn it on. Right? That kick sounds way louder, and way more full when you do a mid-side side chain. And you often have to do the mid-side chain on tracks that have a lot of really cool width and sound design and shit. And your track certainly does have a lot of cool width and sound design. So check it out. And now listen to it, and you'll hear what I'm talking about with the wide pain zone, especially. Even though, like, you know, there's sub-side chaining and stuff, there's all that width in the fucking pain zone that is kind of dominating your drums. Like, it's just eating your drums. So, mid-side chain. Do the mid-side chain. All right. Fritz! You are up. Fritz! But yeah, really great work, Synthian. See, now you see why I was so excited when Synthian got here? Oh shit, we getting tropical. I better smoke some weed.